I'm a sucker for a really good cornfield, and this here is one of the nicest ones that I've seen. That's town in Zion Church. No, I don't know where that is. No, I'm not. Look at that. Gorgeous view. Terrain's a lot hillier than I expected in this part of the state, but definitely an eyeful on this random road. It's stuff like this. I see a chicken house way over there. There's just things like that which make me want to do these road trips. Probably be the first time, but not the last time, that someone's gonna go, what do you mean you're trying to get to a place without using your phone? It's logic and intuition. Downtown Pageland, Knick-Knack Consignment, traffic stop, and Pageland, South Carolina. I love that mural over there, that these people are not upset. This is Highway 601 South, outside of Peachland or whatever they called it. And it has been like this, just kind of trees and hills. Trees and hills. Trees and hills. So we're here, Battle of Camden. It's like 6 o'clock, but you know, I took the long route. Point number one, this was a failure of the Americans. We lost this battle. Baron DeKalb is relevant to some of you, especially if you live in I know there's a DeKalb Junction in New York State, and right up the road there's a DeKalb School Road. Also, I want to note this sand here, I don't believe has been placed here. This is north of us is a place called the Sand Hills, and you notice that the landscape very much turns into what I was talking about earlier, real basically just pine trees everywhere. It's fairly likely that the early settlers and colonists and the dudes who fought and died here probably saw something similar to this. As the men in question, you got Horatio Gates and then my man Cornwallis, Corny. About 5,000 soldiers, both of these men marched, and they're telling me that the battle happened on either side of this road. So let's go have a look. This is the Great Wagon Road. It's one of the reasons why Cornwallis and Gates fought here at Camden. This is a major interstate back in the day. And it's funny because it's clearly not a major interstate now. But 1780, on a day similar to this, or a night, more likely because the battle happened in the dark and then it proceeded on the 16th of August. That's the reason why this fight happened here on this very, very busy colonial road. Really couldn't come in a more appropriate day. Like I said, this is what the colonists and the British probably saw. Very good likelihood. Well, you can see the newer ones in the back, and these guys, they've been here a little while. Super faded. This thing's been here a while, but this is the British soldiers, Corny's men. And look what we got. We got this guy right here, one of my favorite Revolutionary War people. I mean, that's not a picture of him, but that's a picture of his dragoons, and that was Banastre Tarleton. And he had played a big role in this Battle of Camden. Pretty good shot of these longleaf pines. They've been planted here. I guess they were native in the area, but I'm always a big fan of reforestation, but you can clearly see them. I think these are the loblollies, but these are longleaf. Or I could be totally wrong, because I'm no tree expert. According to that sign, the trail continues in this direction, and I don't see anything. Pretty cool. They give you a pretty good detail. Excellent map, I think, if you're into military stuff. And then over here is a QR code. And this particular scene is depicting Porterfield, Mr. Porterfield, Virginia forces. His leg was shattered. He's one of our boys, and he died. And again, that mean old name, Banastre Tarleton. It sounds like either a completely made up name or a very British name. Now you think I'm wandering through the edge of a field full of loblolly pines. And that's exactly what it feels like, that I'm walking by the edge of a field near some loblolly pines. Hard to think this is even a battlefield 250 years ago, but yeah, here it is. Looking as what you're looking at. One day I'm gonna get a camera stabilizer and maybe learn how to enunciate my words. Also strange, that's a cactus, and the only reason I'm filming is because I've seen them before. You can get the mugginess, you can feel the weather. I've been out here probably about 40 minutes to an hour. Now the battle itself began in the middle of the night, around about the same time that the battle happened. It's June now, so not quite humid, but, and I can definitely feel it, experiencing a similar kind of weather pattern to those British and American soldiers who fought and died here. If you're looking for lead balls and cannon shot, this might be the place. It was right here the following day where apparently the cannons fired. The British were there firing back, and the Continentals were here firing that way. Problem is, it gets super smoky and rather quickly. So I mean, there comes a point where they're just, you know, firing blindly in the morning mist and smoke. Preferably they would use grape shot anti-personnel as opposed to like big cannonballs, because there were still trees around us. You couldn't see anything, tons of trees. Grape shot probably would be more of a useful tactic. Well, I think that's about enough of Camden. You can pretty much see what it is. We don't really like to celebrate our failures as Americans. I mean, really, as anybody. Nobody likes to talk about battles that we lost. This is one of the battles that we lost. But like every defeat, it turned into something better. When Gates was replaced, Washington chose a gentleman by the name of Nathaniel Greene, a Quaker, ironically enough, and he would turn this thing around. But the loss of Johann de Kalb was going to hurt. That was going to hurt really bad. He was crucial in helping Washington's army become like a real fighting force. And he gave his life for us. Mortally wounded in a cavalry charge right over there. See, that's where the Americans were firing. For 30 minutes he charged at the British lines, and he died. So that's Camden Battlefield, South Carolina. Come see it if you like to walk around and read plaques and scan QR codes. Long way home. This is my summer road trip.